subscribe. You got me mad now.
Welcome back to Strong Mid Card Podcast, right here on the Strong Mid Card channel. I am Frank, and this is Roger. So let's get right into this, Roger. This week saw what we didn't think was ever going to happen for this Wednesday Night War, and that is a tie.
It shut everyone up.
Which we all know is just like kissing your sister. Or at least that's what we hear in movies. What was it, 778, I think it was, or 788 or something like that?
Yeah.
Not 800. No. Nowhere near 1 million. So both, the demographics was still had AEW on top in the key demos with the 18 to 49s and all that. And NXT, of course, winning over all the old folks.
You know, like the old geezers in NXT.
Which is so weird. I don't get it.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that. Yeah. It's like, is it the old school WWF fans that kind of stuck around with NXT? Or?
Well, it's got to be the people that watch the freaking SmackDown and Raw, plus, you know, like I think Raw and SmackDown have the old people plus the casuals, and then I think NXT just has the old people and like a little bit of the hardcores, and they have the overrun too.
And that's gonna tell you something about their demo. They're catering to the completely wrong demographic here.
Yeah, well, I mean, because everything's kind of cookie cutter. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the WWE, like, whatever you want to call it, SmackDown and Raw storylines and shit. Except for that whole Fiend thing, but even there, that's getting watered down. But anyway, sticking to this topic right here. I mean, it's funny because like everybody's talking about like, oh, now nobody can complain about anything. No, you know, to me, I started to worry. I remember I told you, I was like, this isn't good.
It's not good for both the brands.
Yeah, like I really think that one of them needs to switch. Maybe NXT, probably NXT, since I mean AEW kind of had the Wednesday before. You know,
well, no, they'll argue that NXT was on the network.
Fuck off. We all know what the truth is.
No, we know that, but I'm just saying their hill to die on is going to be like, well, it was on Wednesday. My thinking was, I thought AEW was going to go on Tuesdays.
I think everybody's thought was that, right?
Tuesday Night Dynamite rolls off the tongue, and you don't have that much competition on Tuesday, which would have been great. It's right after Raw. You know, if you're pissed off at Raw, the next day, oh well, we get fucking AEW. Middle of the week is I think it's a little too long of a wait.
Well, I think the Tuesday thing was TNT has a lot of sports. TNT still has the NBA, which is big for Tuesdays and stuff. So Wednesday was the day that they could squeeze them in. I really think NXT should go to Thursdays, and the reason that they should split up is because they're dividing the audience. Which, like, if you split them up, and let's say AEW gets, you know, on Wednesday they'll get 900 something people, close to maybe 1 million eventually.
Yeah.
And then NXT can, since it's on its own day with nothing in the way, well, maybe, you know, Impact or whatever, but that's not really, you know?
Yeah.
And then they can also get a big, nice bump. Like, it's weird that they're trying to, they're almost hindering NXT by making them go head to head with AEW.
I think that was Vince's plan all along. Just
to sacrifice them?
Sacrifice NXT. To kind of split the fan base and take a huge chunk of viewership away from AEW, because I'm like 100% certain that those fans, you know, of NXT would immediately not jump ship, but they would obviously view AEW because we're the same base pretty much for the most part. So I think Vince and I think this is what he wanted, and I think it's working.
It's weird because I do see that point of it, but also it's like they're pushing NXT hard when it came to Survivor Series. And now I'm hearing that Royal Rumble is also going to be very NXT heavy because they're doing the Worlds Collide thing instead.
Yeah.
And Mania, like it's not like it's such a weird dichotomy. It's like they set up their own ladder and then they kick it out from underneath themselves. They have such a weird model. Like, it's definitely, from afar it looks like a power struggle probably.
Well, no, the way I see it is the next few months are going to be really hard for AEW for that momentum to kind of stick due to the fact that Royal Rumble's next. and then Mania. I mean, this coming season is really going to show where the fan base is. Let's be honest here. AEW needs some larger-than-life characters.
They really missed the boat.
They missed the boat with not signing Brian Cage. Well, I don't know what his contract is.
Yeah.
Brian Cage is a guy that would move the needle.
Yeah.
I think they need to build some sort of bridge with New Japan.
For sure.
Like you said, they should have put the Rocket on Kenny Omega from the start.
Yeah. That to me is the biggest mistake.
Catering to the fans.
I don't think it was so much catering to fans as much as they were just like, hey, look, we're going to give everybody an opportunity. Which is fine, but if you have something that was like hot,
yeah,
like Kenny Omega was, like, why not put the Rocket on his ass and make him be the number one guy and then have him be the heel for a little bit?
Kenny works better as a heel asshole who's undefeated. So,
and I think I was telling you the other day, is like everybody in the Elite has no edge right now.
Yeah,
like Kenny has no edge to him. The Bucks have no edge to him. The Cody has no edge to him. They're just like complete baby faces, which is cool, but there's no. I don't know, man. I almost feel like they lost that coolness. You know what I mean? Like when you leave the Indies, you lose it. But like I still think they could have done something more. Like it seems a little bit like Cody's just like a complete babyface, and he's over with the crowd, so I can't really get too critical of him. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he kind of tends to cater to a certain demographic, right?
So,
and they haven't hit the West Coast yet. The fuck is up with that?
They're sticking to the East Coast.
They're sticking to the East Coast and to the South. Yeah, like I know you want to be WCW, but dude,
well, you got fans over here.
Yeah, like
what pisses me off is they chose Chicago over LA for that Revolution pay-per-view. I don't know, the ins and outs of it, but they have a big fan base over here. Come on, dude, fucking what's the prominent indie promotion here in LA? There's
PWG.
There's PWG,
and there's
bar
wrestling.
I mean, the fan base of those two alone would have like filled up any fucking arena you had over here.
Well, that's the thing. That's another thing I was thinking about. Like maybe they can't get because the WWE has a lock on Staples, I think. And
there's a Honda Center.
Honda Center. They haven't done anything there in a while.
Wrestling-wise,
I think they still have it on there, so the options are very small.
There's the Pond.
The Honda Center is the Pond.
No, I'm sorry, but the fucking what's it called? The one in the convention center.
Convention center. Yeah, there's the convention center. You have the Long Beach Arena. You can do Long Beach. You can do
the Pyramid. Yeah,
or like somewhere in the Inland Empire. Vegas, I'm pretty sure. Well, they've had their show already, but like Washington, you know what I mean? Like Oregon, just places that
I know. But
2020, they're probably gonna hit it. But like, I feel like maybe they were just kind of waiting too goddamn long.
But then again, we're 10 weeks in. Yeah,
that's true too. Like like I said, we got to remind ourselves that
they're still brand new.
We kind of criticize everything through the stuff that we've been watching for the past for our whole lives, which is WWE mostly. So when you judge it on that, you can see flaws right away.
With this company, I think we want our cake and we want to eat it too. And they can only do so much.
We got to in 2 hours a week.
Yeah, they don't have the luxury of having two different touring brands under their belt.
That's true.
Just one. So I understand it's going to take a while. I mean, that's just us being selfish. It's not a dig on them.
Yeah, for sure.
But the major digs on them are they should have put the rocket strap to Kenny.
Yeah,
and left him as a heel. I love what they were doing with his character, like being unsure of himself, and then that went out the fucking window.
Yeah,
and now Hangman Page is doing that.
I think Hangman Page needs it more. For sure, as far as a character build. But yeah, Kenny, I don't know, man. Like I almost feel like it's too late, but they almost have to break him down and do something where he comes back and has that attitude again. With the cleaner.
They need the cleaner.
Yeah, they need the cleaner back. So, all right, what else we can say for NXT? Definitely has a better women's division.
They have a better overall structure.
Yeah. So as far as the women's division goes, because I know me and you get into it about the women's division all the time. They just signed Big Swole, which is good. Okay. Great young up and comer.
Still green.
Really big upside.
Really big
very
upside.
athletic and strong.
Yes.
She had a good match with Emi Sakura this week.
Absolutely.
I liked it. And Emi Sakura was great at that role. Like, she has the lineage, and she can put people over, still get a good match out of them, and all that stuff, right? So, and then they also signed Chris Statlander, which is the big sign.
I love that signing, yes.
Yeah, I was telling you, I was like, well, they need somebody that's got appeal and that is not Japanese, I guess, because their best workers were the Japanese girls.
They fucked up when they put the championship on Rio, I think.
Yes and no.
Yes, they did.
Yes and no.
Due to the fact that, how long has it been since she's shown up?
Like 2 weeks.
No, it's been longer than that.
Has it?
It's been almost a month.
She was in a tag match.
When?
Like 2 weeks ago.
On Dark?
Yeah.
On Dark.
It's still there.
But come on, it's not the main fucking show. Like,
all right.
You're not exposing your champion.
Okay, but okay, so who would you giving it to then?
Fuck, this is a long...
That's what I'm saying. Well, Brandy, she's fucking garbage. She's ruining in the women's division.
Britt Baker, no.
You couldn't. You could have just. To me, it's like either give it to Britt Baker or shut up. Like, if that's gonna be your cornerstone, then fucking give it to her and force her to get better. You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna have to sink or swim. If that was your girl from the beginning, you should have given her belt and be like, all right, well, regardless of the crappy matches you have, we're gonna make you the top, and you're either gonna sink or swim. Like, you're either gonna get good or we're gonna take it. Rigo is the only one that was like babyface role and it can actually work. Hikaru Shida still had to finish up a bunch of dates in Japan.
Okay. Nyla Rose wasn't getting that.
And Nyla Rose isn't. They ruined her already.
They ruined her.
Yeah.
Taking those clean losses.
It's like, so who's the big Haas girl? Her or Amazing Kong? Awesome Kong.
And Awesome Kong can't wrestle.
Yeah, she's like really banked up in her.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like.
This women's division.
Yeah, like
it's a fucking mess, dude.
Because okay, well, you got to find people that can work that aren't Japanese girls because you want them to be able to communicate with the crowd better, right? So it's like signing Chris Sandler was a great pickup. Shanna is great.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't know if they ever signed Jamie Hayter.
Another perfect fucking wrestler.
She's a great heel.
Yeah.
Like the match with her and Shanna was great because they both played their characters super like just perfectly.
They're missing the boat here, and
there's so many girls that they didn't sign. Like I was like, why didn't you sign Thunder Rosa? She was available. Why didn't you sign fucking Shotzi Blackheart?
Yeah, when you signed
Evilise, fucking Zeta Zhang, who signed MLW.
Why didn't you bring the dumpster truck full of money to Tessa Blanchard's house and have her be your women's fucking champ?
Yeah.
From the beginning.
And then there's some other girls out there that are ready to go, man. And then I'm just like sitting there watching them, some of them, and I'm just like.
Kenny's in charge of the women's division, no?
No, he's helping. I think more than anything, he was bringing in the girls from Stardom and Yoshi, which is fine. But you can't keep depending on them if you want to. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like I don't know, man. It's this weird thing because I love Joshi Pro and Stardom, so to me, I don't mind it. I love watching them wrestle, but. At the same time, I understand the base.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The crowds that are there love Riho. They cheer her on, and she got over whether people like it or not. And a lot of people don't, but it's like, okay, well, who are you going to put in there? Allie? You know what I mean? Fucking Brandy? She just wants to fucking...
cut hair.
She wants to cut hair and do some weird fucking sports entertainment crap because she can't work. You know what I mean? Like, but she still has to be the centerpiece. That's what pissed me off about that match with Hikaru Shida and Statlander. Such a great match.
Ruined by that stupid bullshit.
By this stupid sports entertainment crap. Like,
what happened to being alternative? Like,
yeah.
This is why we jumped over to AEW with our fucking wide arm.
Yeah.
Open, like, please, something new. And then you get fucking...
You give us Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society 2.0.
Mixed with, like, Ministry of Darkness.
And how many Dark Order factions do you need, dude? There's a Dark Order, there's...
Which, by the way,
Nightmare
Dark Order getting over... I love it.
Okay, finally.
That's good.
Yes.
Finally, because we knew they could work.
But you get and then Butcher and the Blade. Like,
yeah.
You have so many dark factions, like, and then the people that should be the heels in this, which is the Elite.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Elite should have came in as heels, not heels, but just cocky, like, this is our show, whatever. Putting people over. I mean, the fact that the Young Bucks put a Private Party over.
Yeah,
that's great. But what did it do for them?
Yeah, Private Party hasn't been seen in a while.
And Private Party has been even after that their matches have.
Well, I mean, we haven't even seen SoCal and Sensor defend the titles really.
How many times have they defended it?
Once, I think. I'm not even sure.
And can we please Stop with the Marco stunt. I know he's there to take the pin, but fuck, you have a 7 foot tall dinosaur guy.
I love Marco Stunt as the what do you call it? As the mascot.
Yes, let him be the mascot.
I love him as
awesome.
the mascot. I don't like it when he's in the ring. If 6-man tag, fine. But like a tag team match or a 1-on-1, I don't want to see that. But as a mascot, he's perfect.
Yeah.
For that team, that tandem.
And it hurt Jungle Boy in the long run, I think.
Yeah, I think Jungle Boy's gonna be fine. I think this match with Jericho is gonna be cool.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that.
It'll do great things for him.
Did you hate that mock pin?
No, I thought it was funny.
People lost their fucking mind, dude.
I thought it was hilarious. Like, that's a great way to antagonize Jericho. Like,
yeah.
I pin, and it can, Jericho being a genius, can be like, but it didn't count. And they can be like, I still pin, like,
yeah.
It'll be funny. I think it'll be great. Like, I think that's probably his idea of anything.
Do you think the Inner Circle have become the OC of AEW?
Not really. They're up top.
Are they? How many losses has Sammy Guevara taken?
But he's there for that.
But that's stupid, man.
Well, somebody's got to lose.
I don't...
Roger, not everybody can win, man. Somebody's got to take a loss.
But
Sammy's young.
Guy with his caliber and talent, dude, taking fucking...
Well, dude, when he splits from them...
If they give him a great babyface run,
yeah,
I'm all for it. But right now, he's the guy to take the pin. It's just kind of like, fuck.
One thing's going to happen. Either he's going to split from them, or he might try to take over the Inner Circle.
Once Jericho takes off?
Like, if this whole losing thing might be something where Jericho goes, you know what, you're losing too much. And they beat the shit out of him and they kick him out, and then he's got, babyface, whatever, on him. Or they all kick Jericho out, and then he takes over. Like, I think that's it's fine for him to take those losses. Right now, it's LAX's thing, Jericho's, and the Hager's not even gonna wrestle anytime soon. I don't think so. But that's building for him and Dustin, I think.
You think they'll put the strap on Mox?
That's tough. Yes, I think maybe. Because I think the him and Kenny thing is probably the bigger.
You kind of have to now, huh?
You kind of have to, yeah.
You kind of have to put it on Moxley. He's like red hot right now.
I would, because
and he has, he's a household name.
Yeah. With
the whole Dean Ambrose thing.
Man, I don't know. This next year coming up, it's like, yeah, something needs to break as far as like, okay, we need Jericho's great right now, but we need the guy. Is it Dean Ambrose? Sorry, oops.
Moxley needs to be the face of the.
Is it Moxley or is it Kenny? Do you go full heel Moxley? Do you go full heel Kenny and then have them feud?
Yeah, because I would do a heel Kenny versus a tweener Moxley, because Moxley doesn't give a shit.
I really think they need a mid-card title to have the rest of these guys fighting for something.
They do, dude.
Just have them fighting for something and make it mean. Like the greatest part of a Attitude Era was when Stone Cold and The Rock were fighting over the IC title.
IC title, yeah.
And that was just as hot as like Michaels and Undertaker, or Michaels and Bret Hart. Yeah. Like, you need that, like Sean Spears beefing with Janela over the title. Or, Darby Allin beefing with Pac. Or, you know what I mean? Like, those guys need to be fighting. Or Pac, like, just saying, fuck it, I'm going to take this title and I'm going to, make it mean more than that title or something. Like they need that second title.
I would bring in a second title and be at intro promotional title, where you send Pac to New Japan, you send Pac to MLW, creating bridges.
A lot of stuff has to go right.
I understand that, yes, and that's the only way AEW can survive, dude. They got to bring in New Japan. They got to work with other companies, because the crop of guys they have now, it's not impressive. For the long term, they've already fucked up on Kenny. I'm sorry. They've already fucked up their women's division. What else did they fuck up on? The Young Bucks, they lost their edge already, I think.
Okay.
But unless they win the championship next week and defend it every week, just to kind of make them a formidable tag team.
Yeah.
That's just undefeated with the tag team championships.
Okay.
Then you bring up someone else. Someone young, like Private Party or whatever, to defeat them, then you can really get them over that way. But in the meantime, I don't know. It's just something's missing.
It's still relatively new.
I get that. Yes,
there's still
But it feels like they have no direction. You get what I'm saying?
Like there's supposed to be something at the end, right?
Yeah,
like something that with
NXT you have structure. It's tricky.
It is very tricky. It's very tricky.
I don't feel like they should have brought in the win-losses thing.
Yeah, that kind of put a little that hinders them a lot. Actually, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Just going off of that, what you said, I was actually talking to my nephews earlier today, who just recently started getting back into wrestling because of AEW.
That's good, yeah.
Because they were talking to me like, "Oh, do you still go to wrestling events? Like, what do you? This is like last year, right?" And I'm like, "Keep your eyes open," because they're like, "Oh, I used to love wrestling." These tell me, "I used to love this. I used to love SmackDown, this and that." And I'm like, "Keep your eyes open." And I was like, "Wow!" I'm like, "October, everything's gonna change." I'm like, just keep your eyes open. And they're like, "Okay." And then finally they saw the buzz and they're like, "What is this?" And I'm like, I showed them a bunch of clips and everything. You know what I mean? Like everything pretty much that I was into.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh crap!" So they started watching it, and we were talking today. And I'm like, "So what do you guys think of AEW?" And my youngest nephew's like, "I love it."
Yeah.
He's like, "I love it. It's so fun. Like the show is so fun." Like doesn't because he wasn't into all the stuff we were into. He doesn't know the history of Kenny Omega and this and that. You know what I mean?
Like, brand new to him.
Of the Bullet Club and all that stuff. I mean, he knew of them, but he never delved into. So him going in with fresh eyes, he's loving it. Like all of them are like, "Yeah, that shit." My brother even was like, "Yeah, I was watching something on YouTube with the guy who used to be Dean Ambrose." He said he's fucking like he's kicking ass, man. Like he's like, "I'm gonna watch it on Wednesday." So all my younger cousins and nephews and stuff
love it,
are enjoying it, are loving it, and I'm just fucking jaded. I think
we're jaded as fuck.
I'm jaded as fuck. Like I'm sitting there and I'm picking it apart, but like I tell you, like when I watch it, for the most part,
I have fun.
I told you, I was like, this is what I was missing about wrestling.
Yeah.
A fun show. Like, just a fun show. Okay, maybe it doesn't make sense all right now, but it's like being at an indie show and you're just kind of taking it in the moment.
You know what I think?
Big spot. You know what I mean?
You know what I think it is? It's the fact that you have NXT nipping you at the butt the whole way through. That's kind of making me critical because I want AEW to succeed. Big time.
I think that's the problem, is that we want them to succeed now.
We want them, yeah.
Nobody wants to work.
And when I saw that rating, I'm just like, this isn't fair.
It worried me because I was like, they really need to split up because both brands can benefit so much from having their own day, not having to worry about what are they doing.
Yeah.
Stick to their stories, building up their characters, and now AEW working up to a 1 million, NXT working up to a 1 million. Everybody succeeds. What's the big fucking deal?
And now my thing is, every time I watch AEW on Wednesdays, the next day I'm just looking like, what are the ratings?
Exactly.
I told myself I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when Alvarez puts up the ratings, I'm like,
damn you, Alvarez.
When I sent you that, I'm like, dude, bro. I'm like, dude, this is bad.
Yeah, it's bad for both brands.
I'm like, fuck, such great shows getting this minimal reception.
Because they're fucking canceling each other out.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
It works in Vince's benefit. If you want to watch Raw and you're a dumbass, go for it. If you want to watch SmackDown and you're a dumbass and you like that bullshit, go for it. But Wednesday night is for us.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's
almost 2020. XFL, dude. We'll be okay.
XFL or die.
Please, XFL. Work out.
Yeah, XFL.
Please. Anyways.
But then again, you have Triple H. Triple H is one of those, like, he's a brilliant dude.
He is, but he's also petty as fuck.
He's a brilliant guy, and I think he's a bigger threat than Vince.
Well, I mean, but in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
If we're gonna win with the good shit.
But I want him to. If he takes over, I want him to incorporate NXT into Monday and Fridays.
If he takes over, he's taking NXT out of Wednesdays.
And then take Wednesday.
He's taking them out of Wednesdays for sure, because now he doesn't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Now he just worry about his crop of guys.
And he's gonna make Raw great, and he's gonna make SmackDown great.
Yeah.
And Wednesday nights for the rest of us.
Are you gonna show the picture of a fucking Triple H with Hope underneath him now?
Hope 2020.
All right, let's get into some end of the year stuff. 2019, man. Okay.
Year flew by, man.
Here we go, Roger. Biggest moment in wrestling in 2019. Are we both in agreement here?
Which is yours?
The start of AEW.
Yeah, start of AEW.
Right,
definitely.
That's the biggest moment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, we already talked about ad nauseum about AEW and the influence. Okay, worst thing to happen in wrestling in 2019. Now, this could be storyline, this could be event, this could be anything.
Seth Rollins, and then The Fiend at Hell in a Cell.
That's hard to beat.
That was the biggest fucking blunder of
Mine, it would have to be the launch of NWA Power.
Stop. We need subscribers, man. Stop.
This is my one-man crusade to destroy NWA Power.
If you can change minds enough,
Frank, stop running into the fire.
I don't think anything will top
yeah, that's
the Fiend and stuff.
That, because I remember I actually watched because I was curious, and I remember I think you were working. You're like, "What happened?" And I'm like, "Dude,
you're like, it's bad.
It's bad."
I'm like, "There's no fucking way."
I laughed. Like, I wasn't even mad. I just laughed. I'm like, you took your hottest thing, and then said, "Fuck it, let's ruin it."
They could have just stood in the ring and did this to the crowd.
So pretty much
2 hours.
So the Hell in a Cell match was the ruining. I guess.
It ruined Seth.
Okay.
I think it took a big chunk out of the Fiend.
Mm-hmm.
The Fiend doesn't feel the same.
No.
If you would have done all that bullshit, Seth smashing, killing him, and pretty much, and then you got up and beat Seth.
I would have like to
over
me.
The fucking
like I was telling you, I was like, okay, do all that shit to him, pin him, and then Seth wins, and then the Fiend still gets up and does that.
Mm-hmm.
You still get the results you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fiend is still indestructible, and he's like, shit, I thought I got rid of him. Nope. He's not gonna stop coming.
The fact that the ref had to step in and help the monster.
Yeah.
Help this demon thing.
Help the monster in the horror movie. Fucking idiots. I hated that fucking explanation.
Like, bro,
fuck you.
The ref had to go in, bro. You're killing this monster. Like, that's enough.
Like, I remember somebody told me, don't you watch horror movies? I'm like, I'm obsessed with horror movies. Not once have I ever seen anybody go, all right, Michael Myers, enough of that. You've killed enough people. Let's stop here. Like, it's so fucking stupid. I don't know. Anyways, that's definitely the worst.
The funniest moment is Seth sitting in the corner screaming.
Crying? Oh, dude, remember I sent you that? I was like, why is he crying?
That will never not be funny.
I think to me, it has to be probably Jericho's promo.
Oh, his first promo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, I was just like, this is the Jericho that I missed. That's probably the one that just comes to mind right now.
Yeah.
But Seth crying was pretty funny. I don't think that worked out the way they thought it was going to work out. But that was pretty funny too. All right. Saddest moment.
Were there any sad moments in wrestling?
To me, Kofi losing in 7 seconds was pretty fucking sad.
I thought it was kind of funny.
I thought you were going to say, like, Baron Corbin winning the King of the Ring. The rise of Baron Corbin is the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing that ever happened in wrestling.
I like the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like Corbin. I liked him in NXT. I didn't think they strapped the fucking rocket to his ass.
How can somebody get such a push and lose all the time?
It's amazing. Well, Vince thinks that's what women want.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I forgot. Women love Baron Corbin.
Women really love Baron Corbin.
Not Finn Balor.
No. Not the supermodel.
Not Roman Reigns.
No, they like a bald, tough-looking...
Waiter.
Waiter. What do we know? It's Vince.
All right. Biggest douche of the year. Here's your nominees. Seth Rollins.
Ding, 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 ding.
Baron Corbin. Or Michael Graves. Not Michael Graves. Corey Graves.
That's a fucking tough one. That's a good one. Holy, it's a tie between Seth and Graves for me.
To me, it's Graves. I think Graves
more than
takes
anything?
it. Yeah. I just think, after the whole deal with his him cheating on his wife or Carmella and shit, like, he would keep his fucking mouth shut or just play it cool, and then he just keeps being king douche.
No,
like,
you're right.
He's one of those guys that's like gets so mad when somebody calls him out or we were to criticize him.
Yeah.
And then he just goes off, starts talking shit about him. It's okay for him to do. I'm like, well, you're essentially doing the same fucking thing, you troll. You are the fucking troll. I've never liked him as a commentator or as anything. Such a fucking poser.
That piece of shit from high school got his own show.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
It's like that douchebag we wish would get hit by a car.
The guy who got into Punk after everybody else.
The jock that got into Punk.
Yeah.
After high school is all into fucking fuck this guy. Yeah, you're right. Because at least with Seth, it's all storyline. That didn't work his way.
Yeah.
But he had to defend that because he was champion.
He has to be that guy. I understand why, and it's annoying.
And yeah,
I don't hate him for it. It's just annoying that he has to be that dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's no way around it. You have to. You're the champ. You got to please McMahon to keep that spot. Right. With Graves, he's a piece of shit all around.
Yeah,
so, fuck him.
All right, Wrestler of the Year.
I think Jericho.
Male. Jericho?
Male? Jericho, yes.
Wow.
He's carrying AEW on his shoulders.
You know what? I can't really dispute that one.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I think you might be right. It might just be Chris Jericho.
Without Jericho, I don't
49 years old.
Without Jericho, I don't think AEW would be as popular as it is right now.
You might be right about that one, man. I think, because a lot of people kind of took the back seat this year.
Yeah.
And Jericho kind of, all right. Yeah, I think I'll agree with you on that one. It's got to be Chris Jericho.
No one else has taken...
Will Ospreay, I think they kind of took they took the foot off the gas with him. He could have had it. But, yeah, Jericho for sure. All right, female Wrestler of the Year. As much as I hate to admit it, it's probably going to have to be Shayna Baszler.
Yeah.
I think it's, Rhea Ripley came on strong in the last half.
Yeah.
And Riho did her thing by winning the championship and doing her thing. And we can go to like the all-female leagues and sit there forever and pick them. But like I think as far as like, the majors promotions, you kind of have to give it to Shayna.
Shayna is...
Becky, because, oh man, they fucking fucked that up so bad.
Oh, I don't know how you can. I don't know how
Charlotte has to be there.
I don't know how. I don't know how you they
co-champions.
I don't know how they managed to make her unsufferable.
She doesn't have blonde hair.
Yeah, and then Charlotte needs to. I don't know, man. I think Charlotte's. I don't know. I don't think this is her year, man. I don't know. Out of all the people that
I want my queen back.
I want my queen back.
All right, spot of the year.
Fuck.
I think Adam Cole getting fucking fucked up by Ciampa.
I think that takes it for me.
Was pretty fucking devastating.
That and when the Young Bucks took on the Lucha Brothers and that Canadian Destroyer from the top ladder.
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. But I think okay.
I think
either way, I think
he drove his fucking head into a table, and I think that or the Darby Allin getting
the body bag.
No, Darby Allin getting from the second rope. Because I thought... I thought Moxley killed him.
He died? Yeah.
I thought Moxley killed him for sure. That looked fucking terrifying.
Damn.
But I think that Canadian Destroyer from the top of the ladder.
All right.
Blew me away.
Match of the year.
Wow. It's NXT. It's gonna be I don't know, dude. Fuck, we might have to do a. You know what? I think we have to do the top 3 matches of the year and then kind of have a discussion on all 3.
Okay.
That'll be for next video. I think that's a doozy.
For me, what's coming to mind right away is the Will Ospreay Amazing Red match.
Yeah,
that was a great fucking match. That's one that hits me right away.
Because everyone brought their A game when it came to a match of the year contenders, and to pick one off the top of my head that sure wouldn't be fair. So wow.
All right, we'll end it with this. Your biggest hopes for 2020.
I hope that eventually AEW and Ring of Honor. Fuck that.
I do hope Ring of Honor gets the shit together.
I hope so too, but I hope New Japan and AEW can come to some sort of a.
Understanding?
Because
I think they need each other.
I think because Jericho's going to Wrestle Kingdom. Moxie's going to Wrestle Kingdom. Come on.
Give us Okada for a little bit.
New Japan, give us Okada for a week.
Well, sorry for what TNA did, but geez, come on.
Give us Okada and give us Will Ospreay. And give us LIJ for a little bit. And I'll be really happy. I hope they can build a partnership.
I'm hoping that everybody just stops being so fucking visceral and just so defensive of what they love, like, or the company that they love. Like, I wish like these hardcore WWE people would just kind of chill, especially when they know that company's not doing everything great right now. Like, I hope AEW fans chill and just kind of, root for the home team. That's fine, but don't trash anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just hoping everybody could just, like, chill out when it comes to that. Wait till they're to a certain degree or to a certain point that it's super popular, then you can fight over it. Because then it actually means something. Right now, it's breadcrumbs, really, in the realm of things, you know what I mean? Compared to what it was at its height. So, yeah, I'm just hoping everybody just, like, just stops complaining on Twitter and just enjoy everything.
Let's just admit that Raw and SmackDown are really bad shows.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're getting Wednesday night Great Wrestling, we should be happy about that.
And nobody's watching it.
And the fact that no one's watching it is a fucking shame, dude.
Yeah, so,
Come on, guys. Come on,
India. Guys. I need my queen back.
Come on, India. It's not all about Roman. It's a whole country in love with Roman Reigns. Sheesh.
You giving me shit about the NWA Power?
Dude,
there's my biggest hope. My biggest hope for 2020 is that NWA Power goes out of business.
Oh, fuck. The whole country fucking in love with Roman Reigns, and then they won't give other companies a chance because of that.
My biggest hope for 2020 is finding out who Question Mark is. Or the question mark mascot in NWA Power is.
My hope is that Marty Scurll would not go to NWA Power, go to AEW.
So it's Raw Bash NWA Power. My hope is that Jim Cornette invades NWA Power with Smoky Mountain Wrestling guys.
Every guy in their 70s.
Dan Severn and the Rock and Roll Express turn heel and the Midnight Express come out of retirement.
Just a geezer invasion angle.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, let us know about your picks for the 2019 top everything we just went through. Anything we missed? Anything that we should have added? Anything that we should do for the next show where we're going to talk about the matches of the year? Just put it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, notifications, and 2020, more wrestling videos, Twitters and Instagrams, and we'll catch you guys next time on Storm Midcard Podcast. Bye.